Hi everybody, I'm Al Rochelle and welcome to this portion of the PCS Journal where we talk about things happening around the school district. All right, raising high school graduation rates. Very, very important goal. Educators from around the Tampa Bay area and students got together to talk about that issue. Here's what it looked like.
Welcome to Grad Day for Tampa Bay 2018, a Grad Nation Community Summit. This is the fourth year the Alliance for Public Schools has teamed up with the United Way Suncoast and local school districts to bring the community together to discuss the important topic of raising high school graduation rates.
Our district initiatives need to center around not only graduation, but what we're doing. What are the next steps? That's what you're challenging yourselves with. That's what you're going to be conversing with today. So what are the next steps?
Today kind of gives us that opportunity to have students speak. There are some things that both administrators and students need to improve on, and I think this is a great opportunity to state that.
That gap that once was there is actually like coming close to completely closing it, to show that practically everyone, no matter what ethnicity, race, or anything, you can do it as long as you like put in work.
When we talk about success for all, we're talking about success for each and every person regardless of what the next step after graduation. What are we doing after graduation? How well are we preparing you for that next step in life? You will graduate. But let's ensure one thing of what's next. What's next for that student and those colleagues back in your schools that perhaps are struggling? You will be the voice of encouragement. What's next for them is your voice.
We're talking about trying to get support groups more built up in school systems, because a lot of time there are kids going through these really hard times that they don't have anyone to talk to. They want to make sure not only your academics are well, but your well-being as well, that you know what is in your future for yourself.
We define our future. What we think and what we say and how we act defines everything for us. When we raise our voices, that helps other people become more confident in theirs, and then eventually we're all speaking out to make a difference.
Education pays off. Students who may think, okay, well, because of this going on in my life, maybe this graduation may not be, the most important thing. Well, no, if you want to make money in life, if you want to succeed, this is your way. This is the way, the right path to go.
Well, our students are on the run and going everywhere, including Washington, D.C. The Morgan Fitzgerald Middle School students created a model city for something called Future City Regionals Competition, and they went to D.C. for the national championship. Let's take a look.
The Future City competition is an ideal competition for all areas of study because there are so many different components to that. It's an engineering competition, so they need to learn how to research on a high level to figure out all the different types of engineering, as well as the city planning aspect. They also have to build a model, so it's hands-on, and they have to write an essay about their city. They also have to make a project plan, and of course it's a group thing, so it teaches them how to collaborate, it teaches them how to research, it teaches them how to write, it teaches them how to build, and they have to use math for their scale model, so it's a win-win all around.
This team ended up being the best team in our school, and we take the top 2 teams from our school to the regional competition, and they ended up winning that as well, and then they went on to Washington, D.C.
The Washington competition was huge, and one thing that was unique about ours, which isn't unique at our school, we have groups of 3 and 4 work on the competition. There were many teams there from the regionals that had whole classes, 20 kids on one project, and our 3 did every piece of that project. So that was pretty impressive, and we got that even from some of the engineers that judged them, gave that feedback at the end, that it was nice all 3 of you had a hand in all of this.
We wanted to create a city where the elderly could just come into the city and just enjoy themselves. And it's important we have strong cities so that they last for generations after generations, for the people to have quality of life.
Well, competitions like this are important because they can increase your creativity, critical thinking, teamwork, and other stuff like that.
It's important to think about how cities are designed in the future, because the future is where we're going to live. So we want to be able to make a good place where we can settle down and be proud of the world that we've created.
Future City is just a wonderful competition that I'm glad we got to be a part of. They really were rewarded for all their hard work and what they put into it. I think they've learned a lot that we didn't know by going to the national competition, and I plan on creating a dynasty. I hope they're the first part of it. Repeat next year.
Well, as you can see, a lot of great things happening at Morgan Fitzgerald Middle School. In fact, there's something called the Phantom Family Program. Let's take a look at what that is.
We call it the Phantom Family.
It's a very welcoming atmosphere here.
This school is a mixture of all sorts of diversity. The staff, the students, and we all support each other no matter what.
It makes every day fun and interesting.
And I just love how I see some of my colleagues here working with the students. They go like above and beyond.
All my teachers here are encouraging and they motivate the students to work harder.
They just, they're always doing something different to help students learn.
They would listen what you want to say, like your ideas. They will take it.
I just love knowing that I'm working with a bunch of students who care so much and who want to be in the classroom and who want to be in my classroom.
Morgan Fitzgerald allows me to do so many cool things with my students.
I want to make a difference in the kids' lives, and I want to make a difference for our school, and I think that's really important.
They make learning fun.
Everybody really works together and they collaborate well. The competition teams are a big part of that. The camaraderie, it really is very unique.
They're so fun to watch them come with their eyes wide open, ready and excited to learn and ask questions. It feels like a home.
We give them the opportunity to be special and unique. There's lots of things that go on in the school that include all students.
We just have so many different things going on in this school.
I'm in the magnet program for the gifted studies, and I love it. I honestly think that I'm challenged here.
We have a state-of-the-art lab and allow students to learn from themselves by exploring.
We have a lot of students also who have made valedictorian and salutatorian once they leave our program. The gifted program has really put them ahead.
The electives are awesome. The clubs are so great.
We have band, we have chorus, PMAC, art.
Culinary. I want to become a chef one day.
It has a program for me, like it has a DHH, means the deaf program.
All the kids have something that they could fall in love with at this school.
It's a great school and I feel like I've gotten a very good education. There's definitely something for everyone.
Morgan Fitzgerald is a great fit for many students of all levels of abilities. Exciting things are on the horizon.
If you're looking for any sort of challenge or any sort of help with getting to where you want to be, this is the place to go. This is the place that'll definitely get you there.
And finally, we've started what we call a new social media feature here at Pinellas County Schools with what they're doing in some of the before and after school programs. Let's look at Cross Bayou Elementary School. Now get this, students are learning how to read and write using Braille. Let's take a look.
Braille Club started about 10 years ago. I wanted to have them feel better about it and maybe have their classmates come and learn too, and then their classmates would be excited about it, which would help them feel better about it. We do teach Braille. We teach the alphabet of the Braille code. They practice reading the Braille and writing the Braille. So we have the Braille machines where they practice writing some Braille letters and sentences and things. And then we have the Braille letters that the other girls over there are practicing, quizzing each other on the letters so they can read them.
It's a fun program. My favorite part is learning how to do the abacus because I'm Like, even though I'm visually impaired, I haven't really learned how to use the abacus.
Which is a kind of like a calculator for, you know, that people who are blind can use. Well, it benefits the visually impaired kids because they can show what they know and be proud of the Braille and be proud of being able to help their peers learn. And then it benefits the regular kids because they learn that being visually impaired doesn't mean you're different, it just means you learn how to do things a little bit differently.
A lot of great things happening around in Pinellas County schools. And we're going to be showing you more of those great things coming up in some of our later programs. But for now, have yourself a super day.